Another question I often receive from my home buyers is, since the existing for sale market of homes in MLS is so tight and there's so few homes for sale, is they ask me, should I go and buy a brand new home instead? And I understand the reasoning behind that question because it seems like potentially a good alternative. And so that's what we're going to discuss in this video. And I understand people like buying that bright, shiny new object and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of brand new homes personally because I know the cost behind them, and I know a lot behind the scenes of what's happening. We're going to discuss this a little bit in this video. The first point I want you to realize is it can be still really difficult to buy a brand new home. Here in 2021, many builders have actually held bidding wars on their new homes because demand is so far outstripping supply. So they have held bidding wars as well, or auctions, as sometimes they call them, on their homes. Another thing you got to realize with home builders is almost all of them have been increasing the prices of their homes at least monthly and sometimes weekly. You may go out to a builder's home site today and the base price of the home you want is $550. You go out 2 weeks from now, it may be $570. So it's one of the things you have to understand is it's not as easy to buy a brand new home as you think it is. The other thing people don't understand is the time it takes to build a new home. Plan on at least 6 to 8 months, absolute minimum, and often 12 months or more to build a new home. And the builder will tell you, oh yeah, we could have it done in 4 or 5 months. Sometimes they don't even have the house framed in 4 or 5 months. So they will tell you what you want to hear to get you to sign the contract. But I can pretty much guarantee you in this day and age, they cannot deliver based on that, what they've told you verbally. And if you look at their agreement, you're typically giving them 18 to 24 months to build that home. They probably don't tell you that as you're reading through the agreement, but I can guarantee you it's in there. A second point I want to make about new homes is the unforeseen expenses of new homes. New home buyers don't realize how much money they're going to be spending within the first year of buying their home. Number one, window coverings. Window coverings can easily be $5,000 to $10,000, and you're going to have to buy those right away. Other items that are even more expensive you're going to have to do within the first year because the HOA is going to require it, is you're going to need to put up a fence and have a backyard. That can easily be another $10,000, $15,000. Then most new homes don't come with any type of patio or deck. They might have a patio that's like 8 by 8. But if you want a patio or deck that you can really use and enjoy, you could easily spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on one of those. And you're going to want to do that right away, to enjoy your new home. And so that gets really expensive. I've seen many new home buyers spend over $50,000 on their new home to make it, quote, much more livable, for themselves. Another point that I want to make with new homes is everyone thinks when they buy a new home, it's going to be perfect. Nothing's going to be wrong. Ask any home inspector or any realtor who sells a lot of new homes. They will tell you there's a lot of mistakes made by builders. There's a lot of blemishes and repairs that will need to be made. You'll be making calls on a monthly basis to the builder, of repairs or things that you now see that are wrong. And so just realize, even though the home is new, there's still blemishes and still repairs are going to have to be made by the builder, to your home. And a lot of builders aren't very good at service or warranty calls because they're too busy building homes for new people. So it's just something else, to realize that makes it more difficult when you're buying a new home. Lastly is property taxes. Pretty much every new home in the Front Range, especially in Metro Denver now, is built in what's called a Metro District. And a Metro District is a quasi-governmental entity that the developer and builder create to build the infrastructure of your community. That starts with like streets, sidewalks, water, sewer, and all that. But now often includes maybe many parks, trails, resort-style pools, golf courses, even some have coffee houses and breweries. And so they create these metro districts to pay for all this. And then what ends up happens is the homeowners pay some outrageous property tax bills, often for 30 to 50 years. So let's say you're buying a $600,000 home and you're looking, say, Highlands Ranch. On an existing home in Highlands Ranch at $600,000, the property taxes will be about half of 1% of that price, or about $3,000 a year, or $250 a month. If you go basically next door to Sterling Ranch, on a $600,000 home, I guarantee you the property taxes will be at least $7,200 a year, or $600 a month. So if you decide you're going to buy in Sterling Ranch instead of Highlands Ranch, that extra $350 in taxes means you really need to reduce your buying power by about $80,000, $85,000, because those property taxes add up. And I will just tell you, the property taxes will continue to rise quickly and stuff over time. And one of the things that scares me in some of these huge new developments or communities being built, like in Sterling Ranch, for example, I think they have 7 different metro districts, and each metro district has an authorized credit limit of $1 billion. That means the metro district board, which is controlled by the developer and the builders, have $1 billion credit limit to spend on your new home community. And that personally scares the crap out of me, because that's a hell of a lot of money they could spend for quote improvements to your home, which means even higher and higher and higher property taxes down the road for you. So there's just something to be really aware of when you're looking for new construction, or especially any home built in the last 5 to 8 years, is they almost always have much higher property taxes. So in conclusion, buying a new home can be a great idea if you can wait for your new home to be built. You have an extra $30,000 to $50,000 saved in the bank to finish the exterior, of the home, like decks, patio, fencing, and yard. And also you can afford to pay exorbitant property taxes for for as long as you live in the home, and possibly for as long as 30 to 50 years. A new home can be a great option for you. If you can't afford those 3 things, then you need to consider just buying an existing home. And we can help you with that. If you have questions, comments, please post them down below, and I'd be happy to converse with you. And then please, share this video with others, like this video, but also please subscribe to my channel so you can continue to receive great information like this on a weekly basis.